Yo, what's up, Hollow Cult? It's Wednesday. You know what that means. Welcome back to the night shift. Hope everybody's doing well. It's been a little minute here. Glad to see everybody hanging out. Hop in there and hit that like and subscribe and notification button. You know the drill. You know how it works. What is good, everyone?
And not a whole lot.
Hope everybody that's down south in the midst of all of the carnage that's going on down there is being as safe as possible. Just one haymaker after another down there.
Yeah, there might even be one more after this.
I never in a million years. I would shovel sand out of my house one time. Not even one time.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
I'd say, see ya.
I wouldn't do it at all.
See ya. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy down there.
Yep. Lots of talk about geoengineering.
Yeah,
Late.
I have been seeing that. The storms ain't getting any easier, weaker, less than. They just seem to just keep piling up and getting bigger, stronger. I saw whatever this one's named down there now, Milton or whatever, had like 180 mile an hour winds.
Yeah, with 225 mile an hour gusts.
That's inside. I don't understand how fast that is.
Yeah, I don't think anybody does.
No, it doesn't make sense in my brain. I've never went 225 miles an hour, so.
No.
But yeah, we hope everybody down there in that path is safe as possible. Hopefully, got the hell out of there. That was a possibility.
I saw some people were still there.
Yeah, people have been going live on TikTok. I saw one dude in his house in like 5 feet of water, just riding it out on a kayak.
Well, I believe it.
I'm like, what is happening?
Yep. And some people tried getting out. I know traffic was crazy.
Oh yeah.
I saw a lot of, or I've been seeing a lot of conspiracy videos about it.
Yeah, and what was the first one that went through? I can't remember. The one that tore up Appalachia.
Helena or
Yeah.
Helena or whatever it is.
I've been like, there's all kinds of crazy shit going on with that.
Oh yeah.
I saw that some of the major interstates around Pigeon Forge are gonna be they've been washed out and said they won't be repaired till 2025.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, I think Highway 40. I think it's 40 goes across the entire United States. That one got toasted down there. And then there was a lot of talks about the lithium mine. Links to the lithium mine. I saw video and I don't really know what it means. Where it showed a bunch of like radar or not radar, like waves, some type of like frequencies all around the storm, like it was pigeonholing the storm in a direction, but I don't know how I feel about that one. Do I think it's possible that they made these? I do. I know a lot of people are saying, nope, can't happen. But I think I would beg to differ.
Yeah, I'm in that camp too. I fully think they have the capability to manipulate the weather.
Even if they
Yeah.
didn't mean to do this, it doesn't mean that they didn't.
Yeah.
Because they could have. I mean, look what happened to Dubai. They seeded the clouds so much that it flooded.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like they 100% mean to do it.
Oh yeah,
because 'tis the season.
I know they've at least been working on these since the 40s.
Oh yeah, And then the suppression of it is so crazy to me. We're just starting off hot tonight, okay? The suppression of the information is so crazy. I literally posted a news video, like a video of a scientist being interviewed by a news anchor talking about cloud seeding, right?
Hmm.
And all I put is weather manipulation, which is what cloud seeding is, right?
Oh yeah.
And TikTok flagged it for misinformation.
Oh, I believe that. And
Crazy.
Twiz hit that. I've been hearing that, seeing that a lot lately. People have been throwing misinformation around like crazy.
How is it misinformation if there's literally uh, s- uh, uh, weatherologist, whatever, talking to a media outlet?
Oh, and it's crazy to me. What's even crazier is that I was listening to Tim Pool this morning, and he was talking about weather seeding, and he goes, "It's a well known fact that weather seeding, or cloud seeding, whatever the fuck you want to call it, is a thing." And I'm like, "To who?" Because you go talk to normal people, and they're like, "You're crazy." Bet me money they don't say that, because there's still so many people out there that don't even consider this a reality.
Yep. Yep.
Only in the past, at least for me, as far as I've been able to tell, in the past maybe year, have people started to come around to the idea that they're doing this type of shit. And it was, remember when it was a huge scandal when people would take pictures of planes dropping shit or people dumping shit off, like pumping shit in the off the roofs of buildings and stuff. They'd be like, "Oh no, that isn't real. We don't do that."
Yep.
Those are just conspiracy guys. You let them do their thing. They're crazy.
Yep. I 100% agree. And like I said, it's prime time. It's prime distraction season. So what better way just to keep hammering and hammering and hammering?
Bro, at this point, you don't talk about going hard. Let's go hard. I don't think it's distraction anymore. I think we're far beyond distraction, my friend.
I can't argue that.
Because I also heard, I don't know if it's true, maybe people in the chat will confirm nor deny this, but I heard that there is another, in regards to the whole Diddy phenomenon. There's a list. And once again, what happened? The list of names is being kept from the public for safety reasons. Well,
Safety
that's
reasons.
pretty goddamn convenient if you ask me.
Yeah, we're not.
Furthermore, there's conspiracies running around now that one side is using the people on that list to endorse them. I don't give a fuck what side it is, because at the end of the day, guess what? Let's say that is real. What does that point to? Hey, the other side right over there knows about the fucking list too, and they ain't doing fuck all about it.
Yep.
And this
They're
is the
all
second time that that's happened. And what's crazy to me is that so many people talk shit and nothing's being done about it. Nothing. And then you have all the conspiracies running around right now about FEMA and their neglect down there. Right? How because I've heard all types of shit. FEMA's coming in and they're yanking, like they're hitting up high schools where people have collected donations, and they're yanking them all. They're taking all the food, all the water, and they're taking, if you donated money, they're yanking the money, they're putting it in their bank accounts, this, that, and the other. They're stopping people from going in there and helping everybody else. And then you hear, and it pisses me off, it really does. You hear a sheriff go, if they don't stop doing this, we're going to arrest them. Don't talk about it, be about it, motherfuckers. Don't talk about it. Why are we having the conversation?
Yep.
Just go do it. If you know it is within your legal right to do that, why are you not doing it? Because at that point, by you standing down and not doing your job, on top of not being a good human being, you're allowing women and children and men suffer and die because of your laziness, because of you being scared at whatever fucking repercussions out there, because you're too afraid to do the right thing.
Yep.
And that it pisses me off
At that
because
point,
it should not be this way. Here, me and my guys at work, we're begging management to send us down there, begging them, and they won't send us because they're too worried about an outage or something happening up this way. And then they won't have any guys to take care of the problem.
Yep. If you have the ability and you're just sitting down there not doing anything, you're just as accountable as the rest of them.
That's exactly where I'm at. That's 100% where I'm at.
If you have the ability to stop it and you just sit, fuck you too.
That's 100% how I feel.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's insanity. It's absolutely insanity. And then I'm not even gonna get into some of the shit I've heard about what else FEMA's doing, because it would get us fucking banned instantly.
I don't think this one's gonna make it very far anyway. But
Well,
I have some buddies in the artifact community that are right in the midst of the shit, and they have like this kind of underground network going on. Anybody that has cars capable and routes, they're going out buying supplies, bringing it back to not even the actual like designated place where they're supposed to get the supplies together. Like it's all underground where they're getting the shit out to the people, and it's
isn't that
fucking
sad?
ridiculous that it has to be like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I heard that FEMA, and I hope this is just bullshit. I hope. But I heard they're being selective of who they're giving donations and supplies to.
Well, I mean, that wouldn't shock me.
And everybody can just pick what they would be selective of. You know what it is at the end of the day. They're going off of orientation and gender and everything else, and it's fucking ridiculous. Everybody's a human. We're all in this together. There's absolutely zero reason to not help every single person down there.
Yep. Yep. It's fucking crazy.
It's insanity, man. It's absolutely insanity that the world has gotten to this. And I think it is all, I think it's strategic. I think we're watching the biggest transfer of power over the past, since probably the beginning of 2019. Because once again, Steve, you and me, we're talking about how all of a sudden all these CEOs are stepping down again. That whole big thing's happening all over again, like something big's coming.
Yep.
And it's not for nothing,
Mm-hmm. Look at the time period. It's almost happening exactly in tandem with how it happened 2019.
Yep. Dude, it's absolutely, it's heartbreaking, and it's mind numbing that this is all happening. I don't know. I just can't even wrap my brain around it half the time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I don't know. It's just insane to me. But I think it's all, let's watch the puppets do what they do, and we're going to push this as far as we can fucking go before they finally freak out.
And it makes you wonder, like, to what end?
I don't know, man.
To what end?
I don't know. I just have a feeling that they're, I don't know. Like it sounds extra conspiracy. I don't think I'll ever get off the idea of the one world government or something relative to that idea.
Yeah, which probably isn't that far fetched right now. You know what I mean? Like it's probably a thing blanketed by what we know.
Yeah, because in my opinion, this is strictly my opinion. I don't know, Steve might sign off it or not, but when you have mass or large groups of people like the World Economic Forum and these asshats that are CEOs, they're nobody. Of course, Oh, congratulations, you're CEO, you got lots of money. But outside of that, you're fucking nobody. But they literally have weight in the direction the planet goes. Furthermore,
which is crazy.
it's insanity. Furthermore, and then you step back. I don't know the UK. I don't know China. I don't know Australia, but we know America. And we know that here it is corporations that write a lot of the bills, corporations that read a lot of shit. So technically, if you really want to get crazy about it, corporations are the ones that kind of run everything in a roundabout way. Not to mention they have untold amount of influence.
Oh yeah, they write the
when
check.
it comes to people. There you go. They write the checks.
Yep. Yep.
And I really do think there is a lot more rope to that than not.
Oh, I agree. I mean, just go and look. Pick your favorite fucking politician, right? Whoever's your guy, your gal, whatever. Look who endorses them. A lot of times you'll find the same endorsements for the other candidate on the other side.
Yeah.
Like it's all just
it's
that way it doesn't matter who wins. They're still the one dangling the money, controlling what decisions are made.
Yep. I don't know. It's fucking nuts, man. It's nuts and it's frustrating. And people still put so much stock in I guess the idea that it's going to work itself out. And I just don't. I think we're beyond that time. I really do. I think we're completely beyond it. And I don't know. I'm kind of pessimistic when it comes to some of that stuff. I don't know, man. I think it'll take a lot to try to turn this around. But at the same time, I think we're all so distracted with everything, be it cell phones, be it a reason to hate your neighbor, that we'll never get our heads out of our asses.
Oh no.
I think it's just I really do. And then I saw Colleen making a comment about apparently Asheville, the one that got annihilated, is in talks for the 15-minute city, which we heard about Hawaii and places in California and shit like that, which would not surprise me. Isn't it also kind of terrifying that that's actually a reality, that people are wanting 15-minute cities, which means you're essentially going to live within 15 minutes of where you are. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I try to live 15 minutes away from every motherfucker.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to get away from people. I'm definitely not trying to be in a city. I hate cities.
No, I don't know. Yeah, it's perfect for the aspect of control. You know, if it were to ever get to that point, yeah. Say you have a whole bunch of 15-minute cities. Well, those are really easy to shut down and lock up because you have
Oh yeah. Oh yeah,
everybody
absolutely.
conglomerated in one little spot.
Yeah. Yeah, and I even heard, I mean, I almost wish this night shift was like strictly on Patreon or something, because I heard some other shit that'll fucking definitely get people's panties in a bunch. I actually, before I even talk about it, I need to look into it first, because it's a bold statement. I would never say it on here because it would fuck us.
They're already looking for a reason, bro.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it'd be every nail in the coffin. It would be done. It really would. But
I got flagged for saying weather manipulation.
I know. Yeah, definitely. I would get flagged for saying what I heard. And it's I don't know. It's fucking nuts. And then I've been hearing rumors about I'm not going to get it right, but it'll probably give you a chuckle, about the James Hadfield fucking telescope, that there is fucking alien armadas on the way. Have you heard about that?
So. I've heard bits and pieces, and I fucking hope it's real.
Yeah, so much so that my mom was texting Sean about it, wanting to know about it. And I'm like, well, fuck, wouldn't surprise me none. Yeah, I guess whatever is coming is course correcting.
Yeah, I did see things on that. I tried to look it up before last night shift to see if I could find any, like, actual sources because there was
Mhm.
a bunch of podcasters went together and were talking about it, and this one guy was like, "Yeah, there's leaks coming out that there's some massive craft that it keeps course correcting itself toward Earth." I'm like, "Well,
Oh,
that's probably not good."
I thought it was more than one.
I hope it is. Ja I and I had to look it up after you said it. James Webb Telescope, but I hope it's the James Hetfield Telescope from
It
here on
is.
out. It will be. It's just riffing up there in space.
Yeah. I thought about that today and it made me laugh, and I was like, "That's definitely what I'm gonna call it from now on."
That might be some merch right there. I'm gonna see what AI can do with it.
There you go.
JJ, no. Stop inviting them. Stop welcoming them with an open arm.
No, I'm ready. They can come get this smoke.
It is crazy.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of fucked up stuff here lately. Like I said, a lot that I don't technically feel comfortable speaking about on here for unfortunately so.
For reasons.
Yeah.
That might have to be a Patreon episode.
Yeah.
Hollow Sky After Dark. But back to, like, weather manipulation and shit like that, I was doing I me being classic Steve form, I started an episode on, um, what the fuck was his name? Wilhelm Reich, right? The old boy that built, Organon.
Mhm.
Gonna do that. Cloudbuster, who uses this
Oh, yeah,
imagery
gotcha.
to manipulate the weather, which is, like, kinda what we think the government's doing, right?
Yeah.
And they went in, hauled his ass off to prison, and burned millions. Let that percolate in your brain. Millions of pages of research that this guy compiled. Just burned it. Said, nah, nah, we don't need this. We don't need this out in the public. I feel like that's another reason why it's so kind of kept under wraps. Because if some guy just fucking around figures out how to manipulate the weather,
Then any Joe Smoke can do it.
that's a powerful weapon.
Yeah, well, they've already confirmed that in Vietnam we used weather manipulation. We were seeding the clouds back then.
Yeah.
And you think I mean, imagine that where they're like, "You know what? We have perfected weather manipulation, boys. We can move on from this subject." Yeah, right. Because if they're like, "Dude, we can make it rain," but they're like, "Yo, we got to start trying for tornadoes, hurricanes, and
Hear me
earthquakes."
out. Super typhoon. They're like,
Yeah,
"What?
because that'll be
Super typhoon?"
way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
How big of an earthquake can we make? They were talking about trying to recategorize hurricanes to make because there was a possibility Milton was gonna hit a category 6. They're just like,
Yeah.
"Ah, fuck it. We'll just create a whole 'nother tier for it."
Oh man.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that if it is
'Cause
true that they're capable of doing all that stuff, that's arguably worse than a nuke.
oh, yeah. Look up some of the worst natural disasters in the world. Like, look at some of those death tolls. Like the tsunami, the 2004 Christmas Day, Boxing Day tsunami, there that was like 230,000 people just immediately gone.
That's fucking
Just
crazy.
fucking crazy. And that's probably not even on the top 10. There's floods and shit in China that killed millions and millions of people.
Dogman, you're in Milton now.
Oh shit, we got boots on the ground. Be
That's what I
safe,
meant to bring
man.
up. Yeah, no doubt. Don't be crazy.
Yeah, that shit's nothing to fuck with. Last year was we were at 40 in last year, which was a good time. It was cool getting to hang out and see everybody.
It was. That brings me into I wasn't even gonna say nothing, but it brings me into a PSA segue. All because I've been feeling slightly toxic today.
Oh God.
No, it's so cryptic, nobody'll know. There might be
Oh
a
no.
person. There might be a person in here. What was I thinking about? Where'd I go? Behold the silver tongue and mask of Judas.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm
How about
glad that.
how about just don't be a fucking buster?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hollis got I
I was thinking about that today.
wanna make a t-shirt that says Buster free since 2019.
I'm just gonna make one the mask of Judas
It says
and hand it out to people that I adore.
we're on the cusp of being very petty. We've been trying to hold our tongues for a
Yeah,
long time.
it's all good.
I'm on the cusp of being very petty. But that's just how it is sometimes.
Was that true? Speaking of Perry, you bringing up tornadoes, was that true that right before Milton hit that there was tornadoes in Florida too? Anybody hear anybody thinking about that?
I didn't, but 133 tornadoes is
That's way too many.
that's about 134 too many.
Oh yeah.
And I did hear all of Wyoming's on fire right now. I did see a little bit of
What?
that.
I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, there's a lot on fire.
Demon. What the fuck, dude?
First pot. I don't think we'll be the first, Dylan, but we be in good company.
Yeah. Well, we're not definitely not making any friends. Hang on a second.
Bert, what's up? How are all of you today? Since now we're 30 minutes into just the fuck show. How's everybody doing?
My hair is driving me nuts.
It's the silver fox.
Yeah.
Fox of the paranormal over here.
Some days it's about to be a sheen.
Oh man. Just call me Richard Petty.
Ain't no doubt.
You are a Richard Twiz.
I am. It is crazy to see though that so many people are talking about weather manipulation all of a sudden.
I think it's starting. I just think it's getting so. The storms just keep getting so much worse.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
you
that's
have,
because global warming, obviously.
yeah, you can't have. I mean, you can't have climate change and not have weather manipulation. I feel like those two go hand in hand. If you go for one, you have to go for the other because I feel like they're both in the same soup right there, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But like the shit coming out of Appalachia is fucking crazy. There's whole communities just gone.
Yeah.
And a lot of that was flash flooding, right? Like
That's what's scary.
yeah, levees and dams and shit in the hills and in the mountains that just give way. You don't have any time to prepare for that. You one second you're there, the next second you're gone.
Yep. That's what I literally heard is that people would hear weird noise and the next thing you know, boom, gone.
Yeah. I saw a terrifying video of this guy's out on his porch and his wife is videotaping and there's a stream coming down through the mountain and all
I
of a
think I
sudden
saw that.
yeah, I think I showed it to you when we were recording.
Yeah.
And the trees just started folding.
Yeah. Dude, that would scare me. That would
Yeah.
be terrifying.
Oh, thank you. Shit's crazy. It's crazy.
Somebody messaged me about that too. It was an idea. Now, whether there's any weight to it or not, but somebody was like, "Well, what if they're not letting people go in there because all the creatures that are on the run,
Oh, God.
like all the cryptids and shit like that,
Just dogman armies running around down there.
Yeah. Speaking of, what do we feel about? I'm sure everybody's seen it at this point. What do we feel about the Bigfoot video that's been going around?
Oh, the best Bigfoot video everywhere
It
ever?
looks like it's like kind of reminiscent of Jack Link's.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
I
What do we feel about that, people?
I don't know, to be completely honest, because I saw some because I usually go like my 2 go-to paranormal sites, right, that I go to
Mm,
get information and videos from is Reddit or X, Reddit or Twitter. And that video popped up all over Twitter, and some of them were, like, fact checked, but some of them weren't. Some of them were like, "Oh, this is from, some sort of media campaign for such and such and such and such." And then you go to try to look, yeah, head shop commercial, that's it. People were saying that it was from that, but then like, how do you know if it's real or not?
so it
Oh,
was
Twist
apparently.
debunked it already, alright, good. Bert,
Oh,
you
so
prob
okay, right on.
the video's literally in the Discord. Twiz is on top. Never mind. Bigfoot does not exist. Twiz has confirmed.
Damn.
Yeah, Bert, I'm sure you've seen it. The Bigfoot's just kinda sitting down with his back against a tree,
Yeah,
and he looks over at camera guy, which makes sense because he's obviously a weed hippie if it's a head shop.
yeah. Well, I was gonna say they. I mean, whereas I disprove or disapprove of that type of shit, they definitely made a name for themselves.
Yeah, you would think they would have done better to capitalize on it, like, snuck their logo in somewhere or just
Yeah,
have the Bigfoot ripping a bong. Bigfoot
I mean
bong.
that
They
would make
stole
sense.
they stole our idea.
It would make sense that they would do that, being that they're a head shop.
Bigfoot bong ripper, they stole it. Get ready, you're about to get a call from Todd. Good old Todd.
Todd will fuck you up.
Lawyer Todd.
He'll get you.
Okay, he'll do something.
He
I
sends me
hope he
books.
I hope he fucking does something.
He signed us
Oh,
up for some books, so
well, I mean,
it's better than nothing, right?
yeah. Yeah. We'll see you in court. UFOs over Indiana? I've been so out of it. My work schedule is so fucked up this whole month is just chaos because I've been changing schedules and switching people days, and I've gotta switch schedules again. I'm about to roll to Texas to watch the boys play some good old football, but I missed UFOs over Indiana.
Oh, I didn't see that either.
I did see, they filmed a really, really convincing UFO somewhere over Texas, Arlington or somewhere, but it is exactly verbatim the same as the Phoenix lights. Like, you could switch them back and forth. It's a classic boomerang shape. It's crazy, which is weird because it was almost similar to the one that Everett and his buddy saw over, Lake Louisville back in, like, 2020 or something.
Yeah.
But now I gotta check and see. Oh, shit, Necro's back in here? Where have you been, bro? It's been
Doing his
like
thing.
it's been like months. Solid to see you back in here. Fucking wild. Speaking of which, I did order some new QR code stickers. Got about 500 of them bitches on the way.
It would be pretty litty to drop one off at the mothership.
Yeah.
It's probably a pretty good idea. Any of you Texans down there, that's your mission.
Yeah. Where the fuck is the mothership at?
That's Joe Rogan's comedy club.
Oh. 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 That would be sick.
Yeah, not a bad idea.
That would be pretty sick.
It'd be even sicker if somebody like slapped like 60 of them up. That way it's 100% unavoidable.
Just put them on Rogan's car.
Or he has to acknowledge it. He's like, who the fuck are these
Look at
guys?
these losers.
Idiots.
Ooh, Austin, that's a little bit of a trek from Dallas. But also, yes.
Much love, trucker. Stay safe out there.
Yeah, be safe, brother. Glad you got to pop in for a minute.
Rosemary says weird in Austin.
Yeah, that's where they found the Egress flyer. I'm pretty sure. Austin, Houston. I don't know. I guess I should figure that out.
It's whatever.
Why now? I need to go look up Indiana UFOs.
Yeah, that's all. That's all Rogan would have to say on his show.
Yeah, he'd
Just
pronounce it
say
wrong.
oh yeah.
What's Holoski? I'd be like, here we go again.
Whatever works, right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be mad at it.
No, it would be solid. We should just have Rogan on our show. Flip the script.
Yeah. He would definitely consider it.
Yeah. I'll be like, listen, this whole interview is going to be off the record. And by off the record, I mean completely put out to all of our audience. Huh?
He'd be like, you're right. None of my audience will ever even hear it.
That's probably true.
So technically it is off the record.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a very, very niche record.
Yeah. That is what it is.
But I haven't seen any UFO stuff. I mean, nothing more than everything is so consumed with the stupid goddamn election that I just don't social media a whole lot, and I probably won't through until it's done.
Well, for me, as typical, I have had shit for service all week long, so I have not been able to do anything.
I keep steady posting on the talk. not for those listening to the episode, not Dick Talk, right? TikTok. But I try to just keep anything I find rolling on that. We did hit finally broke the cusp. Finally hit 74,000 on that motherfucker.
Nice.
I have been stuck. Just stuck.
I'm always stuck on Instagram, so I don't even give a shit.
Finally. I'm like, just get us to a point to where people pay attention to us. Yes, yeah, Dick Talk. Hashtag Dick Talk. Freudian slip, everyone. That's
It
on
happens.
me. That's on me.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what I have been paying attention to, like I said, mostly the hurricane, but that is just fucking literally everywhere.
Yeah. Especially when you have two back to back, just two haymakers run through.
Yeah.
Like there's no
Yeah.
one of my guys at work, his buddy's on a cleanup crew, and I don't know what the fuck we were doing, but they called to talk, and the dude was driving, and my work partner's like, "You guys getting the hell out of there before it hits?" He's like, "No, we're going right back into it." I was like, "Fuck that."
And there's a part of it that would be kind of cool. It'd be scary, but it'd be cool.
Oh man, I don't know. They talk about like 20 to 30-foot storm surges. I'm not trying to get hit with a 3-story building worth of water.
Well, I'm not either. I'm just talking about. Well, I guess we're talking about two separate things. Talking about like going down there and helping rebuild, essentially.
Yeah, that would be cool. Out of harm's way.
Yeah. I would be a nervous wreck. There were some of those videos that were giving me anxiety.
Dude, I remember when Katrina hit, I was still in high school, I think. And I went and volunteered at Lewis and Clark when they had a bunch of people that were displaced from down there. And that was eye-opening and heartbreaking. Hearing some of the stories that those people were sharing. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah, the linemen are the ones making the big bucks.
Yeah.
Hats off to you boys. What I should have went and done.
Gators and peel. I'm not trying to have a gator in my house either. I already had a goddamn
crawdad. Really, I'm too old to apply for a lineman now.
It's it's crazy. It's crazy that like all this shit lines up with election season. Like not shocking, but
No,
still crazy.
it's horrible.
Disappointing. Yeah, disappointing.
Yeah, disappointing is a far better word for it.
Yep. But yeah, also we're in the midst of gigantic solar storms again. We're just
Really?
getting pelted. Yeah. I saw last week you could have seen the northern lights again down here, and
Yeah, I missed
apparently
it again.
it's like that. Yeah, me too. Apparently it's like that again tonight or tomorrow night. Like the ozone's just getting clapped.
What's new at this point?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
eh. And you touched on a little bit, like all the CEOs stepping down again.
Yeah.
Something's fucky because we saw it once before, and it was right before all hell broke loose. What that looks like this round, who the fuck knows?
Right.
Who knows? Yeah, JJ.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
weird.
BRB.
It's weird, and the fact that they just kind of keep all that shit under wrap. I feel like it probably just encompasses 90% of anybody that's in Hollywood or big music. Like, probably everybody's favorite musician, everybody's favorite actor is probably a piece of shit. A lot of people are easily corrupted when they get up to that point. There's a lot of corrupters when you get up to that point. So it's I don't know. It's weird. Not weird. Disappointing again. That's probably I don't know. I feel like you can pick any of your favorite artists, any of your favorite Hollywood people, and they're probably on one or two of those lists,
Most likely.
if not both of them.
Yeah, it's crazy that they're keeping it quiet too. To me, that's pure insanity.
Yeah, it's a risk. Like you're leaving predators out there for people to
Yeah.
just fall back into.
Not only that, but it's predators of the worst kind because there are young people that look up to them fucking psychopaths.
Yep.
Easily
Yep.
be taken advantage by.
Yep.
It's absolutely I don't know. It's mind blowing. I don't understand why we live in a world where they would want to keep them people safe.
The only thing I can think of is that the roots of that shit run so deep, so far up the chain that
Oh
it's
yeah.
in their best interest. It's in Up and Up's best
Yep.
interest to keep it as hush as possible.
Yep. I absolutely agree.
It's fucking crazy. Gross and crazy.
It's the unfortunate world we live in.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to think of what other weird shit's been going on. Kyle's got another ripper of an episode coming out Monday.
I don't even know what to call it yet. I've got it
Fucking
all the way edited, the
fucking
video and
cool.
everything, but I don't know what to call it.
That's what I'd call it. I don't know. It touches so many different.
I know that's why I'm having a hard time. It's not just one singular avenue.
Solar Warden just goes hard, but it's hard to like just pin it to that because there's other shit that you had.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Solar Warden is a like that.
It's dope.
That's badass.
Yeah, it is dope. But And at this point, I don't know if I'm going to be able to find more on Solar Warden or if that was the gist of it. I don't know yet.
I was trying to find it when we were hanging out.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to solarwarden.gov. It doesn't exist. I gotta pick something different. Solarwarden.net. But I did see the Bigfoot video, which is not real. Which is
Yeah.
disappointing because it is everywhere. 100%
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah. I had a bunch of people send it to me.
Call it. I'm not saying that out loud, Twiz. I feel like there's some different context that I'm not privy to there. I don't know. Like I said, everything's so consumed with just presidential stuff.
Well, yeah. We're like a month out.
I know. I wish it was over already.
You and me both.
Who even gives a shit at this point? Like, get out of here.
You and me both.
Oh.
Well, can do something we haven't done in a while. We can open the line for a little bit, see if people want to chit chat.
Oh yeah, here I'm just kind of perusing through. Multiple tornadoes being reported 12 hours ago in Florida on I-75. That weather
sucks.
is just crazy.
Yeah, that sucks.
Just
That's what I heard. I didn't know if it's worth believing or not because you just never know anymore. But I hate to hear that is a reality.
the fact that it just doesn't stop.
Especially, I mean, they're getting hammered down there.
Yep. Yep.
So fuck it, Nantucket.
Let's talk about some weird stuff.
Yeah. Anybody wants to chat, comment, questions,
concerns.
now is your opportunity.
Since this is going to be the last night shift, since we're going to get blackballed.
Could be worse.
JK, not really the last night shift.
Yep, that was fast.
Oh.
Hey, welcome to the night shift. What's going on?
Hey guys, what you up to?
Not much. What's going on?
I think your James Hadfield telescope
Yeah.
is probably the world's most expensive instance of Photoshop ever created.
Think so?
I think so.
How come?
I don't know. I've looked at some of the photos when I could see, and it looks a lot like they were just cutting and pasting things, man.
I haven't even seen it. Like I said, I heard it from my mom. She asked me about it, and I'm like, why wouldn't there be aliens coming here? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I haven't seen those ones, but just from what I've seen in the past.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I feel like I read somewhere that a lot of that stuff is artificially generated. Because like how do you even really see?
Yeah. They
far?
got to they got to stitch it together anyway.
Yeah.
So, but because it only takes like, a limited field of view. So,
Yeah.
But
it's sus.
Yeah. So,
all that stuff is always sus, but we can all be hopeful that a mass alien armada is on its way.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, JJ's welcoming them, summoning them this way.
Well, you remember that girl in the movie Independence Day who stood on the top of the building with the sign?
Yep. Oh yeah.
That's where my head goes every time. People are like, "No,
I know.
maybe they're good." No, they're not. They are not.
So yeah. Anyway, I just thought that's what I'd give my 2 cents worth.
Well, hey man, I appreciate you calling in with it.
I think there's something to it.
Talk to you later, guys.
All right, dude.
So yeah,
later.
stay safe. Stay safe. Oh man. Pat in the chat says, "What's funny as a Massachusetts native, how you guys pronounce some of the towns in the Triangle episode. I was trying my best.
Yeah, it is what it is.
That's what we'd call them if those towns, if the Triangle was in Illinois.
How do you know you're not pronouncing them wrong?
Yeah. As an Illinois native, how do you know
prove
that
it.
I wasn't pronouncing them right?
Prove it.
Hmm?
Chris says, "Careful what you wish for."
Oh God. Hollow blocked.
Yeah.
I thought you meant With Arms Wide Open by Creed.
Yeah. Definitely. That's 100% what she meant. Illinois.
Illinois.
Oh, here's another one.
Let's get it. James Hetfield Telescope.
Welcome to the night shift. What's going on, dude?
Metallica sucks.
But the telescope's lit. So.
If we weren't blocked, we are now.
So are we on it? Are we getting on a band speed run? Is that what we're doing tonight? Is tonight the last night? Are we just going all out? Because I can work Kyle up if it needs to happen.
We're just dipping our toes in the water, the conspiracy waters. James Hetfield.
Yeah, I brought that the idea of there has to have been at least a couple of cryptids taken out in those flash floods in those mountains, dude. I mean, seeing all that water come through and just wiping away whole cities is wild enough. But yeah, the flood has to have caught something.
Oh, I'm sure. Do you think I don't know if it'd even be possible, but you think it turned the Mammoth Cave systems into a swimming pool?
That much water, for sure. For sure.
Yeah. I was thinking about that whenever people were bringing up the cryptids and stuff, because it made me think of the cave system, and I'm like, damn, I wonder if a bunch of them just got drowned.
Because if levee systems were broke on top of the water that was coming through, on top of the rain, because that was the whole thing. It was three things coming together. It was the remnants of Helene, it was the flood, and it was the levees breaking. That had to have brought the water table up.
Oh, I'm
and
sure.
as much as Tennessee and Mammoth Cave is Swiss cheese already, for sure, they had to have gotten some flooding in there.
It would be interesting to start seeing videos of supposed cryptid bodies down there.
I'm honestly surprised that there hasn't been already, because as soon as Starlink got down there, and dude, as much as everybody wants to talk shit about Elon, boy, he flew over there with Starlink and was dropping internet boxes, and he's done all that for free, by the way. All the people that can access Starlink on people's cell phones and internet and all that, he's doing it all for free.
Right.
And it speaks a lot that somebody like him, with his resources and his money, had to dance around the government and make a phone call to Pete Buttigieg just to get in there. That's wild to me.
Oh yeah.
You would think somebody with that much money. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh, I was just going to say the fact that essentially a private citizen had to take the reins and do something is fucking bonkers.
Well, that's just it, is that all the videos that I'm seeing, there's one about a sheriff in North Carolina, and I'm not sure where he's at or whatever, but the interview that I saw, he was like, FEMA is not helping us, and we would appreciate it if they just stayed out of our way now, because we have the resources, we have the ability to get in there. They're just standing in our way. Did you see the video of the helicopter rotor washing the parking lot with all the supplies?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And
Disgusting.
that's misinformation.
Well, the supposed
You know what I mean?
the
It's-
supposed truth behind that is that they had a water drop. They were looking for a place to land, couldn't find one, and so they backed back out of there. That was the official story.
Right. Okay. And let's just go with that for a minute. And an idiot like me, if I'm coming to see you two, wouldn't I make a phone call?
Oh, you would think so.
Would you know what I mean? And wouldn't I say, hey, you guys, I'm gonna be coming through here with a helicopter. You got any place I can land? You don't just show up. And you have a radio on the helicopter, and people on the ground have radios to the helicopter, and yet that still happened.
Oh, I agree.
It's crazy.
I am 100% in the camp that there's a whole lot of shenanigans going on.
Yeah. I read that that hurricane dumped 40 trillion gallons of just rain. 40 trillion
That's a lot.
gallons.
That's a lot.
said
I
it
don't know
was
how it sat over you guys, but it sat over us over here for 2 days.
Yeah,
It was raining here for 2 days.
it hit here pretty good too.
I think it was about a day and a half for us.
Just for perspective,
And it-
40 trillion gallons of water is 60 million Olympic-sized swimming pools, or just picture that hurricane just dumping all the water in Lake Tahoe at one time. You could fill the Dallas Cowboy Stadium up 51,000 times and it would still be less than 40 trillion gallons of water.
That's a lot of water.
That's insanity.
At best case scenario, what we're seeing is outright negligence. Okay. That's the best case scenario. Okay. So we're going to just believe a helicopter pilot isn't going to tell them an hour before, oh, we're on our way. You know, you have a bunch of stuff sitting out here. You know, let's make plans to figure it out. Okay. That's at the best, that's negligence. At worst case scenario, they're doing this on purpose.
I think
And
they're
why
100%
would
on
they?
purpose.
Why would they go after the mountain people? Who wants to piss those people off? That is the stupidest thing you could possibly do. There's a reason those hills are taking care of themselves. There's a reason those people have lived so long away from the cities and away from all that, because they know how to survive and they know how to wait it out, and they are well armed. Why would you piss those people off? You would think that's the first people they want to take care of. Because I mean, if you think about it, Florida is built for hurricanes. It's a
You
stupid
get what you
premise
pay for,
anyway. Right. And it's a stupid premise anyway, because it's so waterlogged. There's barely any land there anyway. So of course the smallest amount of rain is going to flood, but they're used to it. North Carolina, the hills of Appalachia are not used to that much water. They don't get that much water at once. So you would think all the help would want to be right there and you work your way out. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It's wild.
I mean, it was almost perfectly catastrophic. Which is
It was. I mean, it still
horrible.
is devastating. It's. I just don't. Outside of, like Colleen was saying, the 15-minute city or some type of, a lot of people are talking about the mine grabs. Outside of that, like why are we not taking care of people? I don't understand what's the purpose behind it.
For the same reason that they're not releasing the list, dude. You just don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it either, but we know why. But it's misinformation. we're conspiracy theorists. We don't know what we're talking about. You know what I mean?
That's true.
It's easy. It's easy to control people when they don't know where the next hit's coming from. When all these people, people are still recovering from 2020, and then this happens. And how much has happened between 2020 and now, and how much is going to continue? You know, it's just, it's wild, man.
It's terrifying. It's terrifying. I mean, it almost just shows like anybody could be a target anywhere. Just depends on how they want to put it out.
And then there's JJ, who's sending messages to space to get them to come here. Like
JJ,
we
they're
need
gonna
any
eat
more
us.
drama.
They're gonna
Like we
eat us.
need any more drama.
Yeah, right.
Thanks,
If it is,
JJ.
just let it
Thanks.
be. Just let it be big drama. No more of this little inconvenience drama. Send in the big guns.
Yeah, I'm not that mad at it. Go ahead and bring it.
15-minute cities is just like crazy to me. That's a real actual thing that some people want.
Nobody wants to sit in traffic, bro. Nobody wants to drive a half an hour to work. They want to be able to sit at home and get paid and not have to do nothing. It's easy. Dude, that's going to be the easiest switch over. We have not, we haven't been on the gold standard since like the 60s, right?
Oh,
and you know what that means?
We are creatures of convenience. So they're setting it up.
We are literally passing around pieces of paper that mean nothing.
Oh,
they
yeah.
used to be backed by the gold that we had. And then France tried to cash that in the 60s. And Nixon was like, nah, bro, you guys are good. And they're like, no, we were wanting to trade our dollars that we trade for oil and everything we pay for the gold. That's what you said we can do. And Nixon was like, yeah, we said that, but we also have a bunch of nukes. So what do you want to do? And France was like, I'm cool, bro. I guess I'll just take these little pieces of paper. And from that time period on, all our currency has been backed by literally nothing. So it's going to be easy to get people to switch over if you just start cutting checks. What's another $1 trillion on our deficit? Who's going to call it in? Who's going to call to cash that in? We're getting closer and closer to just total collapse. And as long as people have their McDonald's and are getting fed food that has all these chemicals in it and their Monster energy drinks, excuse me, they're going to be happy.
We're both clean of Monster.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm a month free from the chains. That is Monster Energy. You can see
Well, there
glow
goes
about
sponsorship.
Yeah.
You could at least fake for the camera.
No.
if they want to send me some fake money, they can send that shit. But yeah, I don't know. JJ says the aliens will be a new adventure. Can clear all this up with telepathy.
Mm-hmm.
JJ has a lot of optimism in the human brain that we're even going to be able to like comprehend the telepathy that they're trying to put to us.
Why you think Elon is pushing Neuralink so hard?
To fight the AI overlords?
Yeah.
There's people want to talk a lot of crap about him, but he seems to have genuine interest in saving humans and is saying we got to get off of Earth and become multiplanetary or we are done. And history proves that. I mean, there's been how many cataclysms? 7 or 8. over. Go ahead.
At this point, it doesn't matter because James Hatfield spotted alien armada. So whether we're multi-planetary people or not, we're fucked. We're going to war.
I've got to see what AI comes up with the James Hetfield telescope. There might be that T-shirt might make itself.
It is pretty good. I have a moment of genius once in a while.
You do.
Doesn't
I
happen
have
that
Come
often.
on, man. You guys sell yourself short.
Oh,
Don't be so modest.
that's our job.
Hey, you guys are the reason we're all here, man. Don't do that, because I'll come with it.
Well, we appreciate everybody that
seriously.
gives us time.
Yeah.
We appreciate you guys for taking times out of you don't have to bother yourself with podcasting. You don't have to struggle through all that. You know what I mean? You do it for us, and we appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
I'm sure chat agrees. And if not, you got at least one person who appreciates it, man. I
That's all that
appreciate you
matters.
guys.
Yeah, that's all that matters in
If
the
we
end.
change, if we bring joy to one person, that's all that matters. It is a great community, though. It's something that I look forward to, being able to interact and hang out and make friends, and just a cool little corner of existence that we've built around here as a whole. It's crazy.
Well, I doubt it. I doubt it is. I doubt tonight is the last night shift. But by God, if it is, man, we went down with a fight, bro.
Rise up, Hollow Colt. Rise up.
We went down with a fight. So I'll let
Take
the
your
next
power
cultist get in here and ramble on and take up some of your time. But just in this time of woe and everybody freaking out, just seriously, both of you, Kyle, Steve, thank you for doing this, man.
Well, we appreciate you, man.
We do, Twiz. Stay safe
Later,
out there,
Gators.
brother.
You too, man. Both of you.
Thank you.
It is a cool little corner here where we all just kind of gotta take the world head on
Yep.
as a crew, as a group. Chat agrees, Twiz. The chat agrees. Going back through the chat here.
Yeah, I thought my 3 topics would take up more time.
NASA said going to Mars by 2035. I ain't trying to go to Mars.
No, I ain't going there. Mars sucks.
Ain't trying to go to Mars. First off,
I got a couple people in mind we could fucking send there though.
yeah. If we're going that route, I could make a list.
Oh yeah.
It's yeah. I mean, Earth's not really that cool. I mean,
It's a hell of a lot cooler than Mars.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if you just want to take Mars and turn it into an Earth, like we already got an Earth. We don't take that great of care of it. So
No.
like,
They're just gonna turn one. We'll have one planet that's just a trash planet.
this one.
Yeah.
Damn, Fort Worth in the chat. Fort Worth in the chat.
I'll be back again.
High tide's coming. What? Tampa. Anybody in Tampa, be careful. Tides are reducing big time. That's scary. That's terrifying. Oh, you got him. You're welcome. Yeah, if anybody wants to be part of the makeshift street team we got going on, send us your shipping address on one of the socials. Facebook, Instagram are usually the 2 main ones, or you can email us. Just put stickers in the header in the title. And once the new QR code stickers get here, I will shoot them your way. I know I ran out last time. I didn't anticipate you all to come in so hot. I completely ran out. So we're just waiting for them to pop back in. Oh, that's dope, Cliff. I think I may have stuck some stickers in the stockyard when I was there a couple years ago. Maybe. I'm always doing that shit. I'm always vandalizing everything with Hollow Sky stickers. Truck stops, just anything, anywhere I can think of it. It's funny, my mom went thrifting the other day and bought a jacket, and in the pocket of the jacket was a bunch of American Hauntings stickers. Troy Taylor's podcast.
That's pretty
I'm
cool.
like, that's a good idea. Maybe I need to just start like going to Walmart and just putting stickers in all the pockets of bullshit.
I'd probably end up with some.
Oh man.
For those of you that be interested, this essentially would be what one of the hats look like.
Ooh, good call.
When
We
we
can
get hats in.
talk about some merch stuff. We got a pretty good idea on it. We're just kind of waiting to delve out the color. I mean, we even got the colors picked, really. Just kind of figure out the ins and the outs, and we'll have some new hats in the store soon.
Yep.
Which it's a nice hat. It's quality.
They're pretty good.
I'm anxious to see the trial, see the stitching and stuff.
Camo flavor is always a good flavor.
Clearly. But
it's a fan fave.
Yeah, they should be up and in soon. We knew you would be stoked, are you? We knew. Homie's been begging for a hat. For a hat.
Yeah, we're definitely getting them.
But what else we got going on? We'll probably do a t-shirt before too long. It's been a minute since we dropped a new design. The last one was 40, and yeah, it's been a year. What else we got going on? Oh, we're going on a pretty decent sized show at the beginning of the month, which is kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
We got invited to go on to the old Higher Side chats. So look out for that, probably around the end of the year. Hop on there and talk some weird stuff, which is pretty fucking cool, really. Should be a good conversation.
I need to figure out.
49 people in here. Everybody hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button. Take over. Hollow Sky taking over the world. We also kind of thought about maybe doing like a print on demand store, like a TeePublic store or something. And while we would have like exclusive designs and prints through our actual store, right? Maybe doing a print on demand for other designs that like we're kind of iffy about. We can throw them up there that way. Because I mean, Kyle does all the shipping for every piece of merch that goes out to people. Kyle and Shauna pack it, ship it, do all the legwork. So that's why, like, you almost have to keep your design, and they house all the back stock at their house. So we gotta go through what we've got before we pile down more of their home.
Yeah.
So it might expedite the process a little bit, and it essentially opens up a more economically sound avenue for things like hoodies or long sleeve shirts, which we really can't justify at this point. Even breaking even Like, it's not even about making money on merch. It's just even breaking even on a hoodie to get printed, the cost is almost not justifiable for the means. Like, it's expensive to have a hoodie made and then to
It
turn
is.
around and try to, like, expect you guys to pay back for it is
I
it's
also believe in quality, so I try not to invest in dog shit stuff for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. That's kind of why we never pulled the trigger on a print on demand site before. We look at one, we'd have to get samples and stuff because we don't want them printing shit for you guys on just dog shit.
Yeah, I don't like dog shit shirts, and I don't like it whenever like you wash your shirt 2 times and the ink's pretty much cracked off and gone.
Yeah.
Which Custom Ink has been really good to us about that stuff.
We've looked out with them realistically.
All my shirts have stayed pretty decent for quite a while.
Yeah. They're good. We do look out.
Yeah, I don't expect anybody that listens to pay for shit that I wouldn't pay for.
Get in, loser. We're doing butt stuff. Kyle just at the controls of that spaceship. See ya.
Audi 5000.
But that's just some other things we've just kind of been throwing around in our head, just kind of keep you guys in the loop.
Yeah. Milton down to a Cat 3. She lost some power.
Let that bitch float away. Give people a break.
Yeah, hopefully it's all good. Although I'm sure tons of from the video we were because we were watching live video at dinner. It looked terrifying.
I could never live down there. I could never do it. It's beautiful. I like going down there to visit. I like going down there for like 4 days at a time when I'm not drowning. But I would never live down there.
No. I wouldn't either.
I just couldn't do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Aid. I'm not trying to live on the coast.
Yeah.
I'm with Steve. It's fun to visit once in a while. Like, it's cool. And that's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm not trying to pick sand out of my stuff.
No. I don't know. I enjoyed the last time we went down there. It was nice. Aside from getting stuck in an elevator for a little while, but it was nice.
The last time we went, which was 2 summers ago, it was excellent. It was one of the best vacations I'd ever taken. And we didn't have any plans. The only thing we booked was a
That fishing trip.
And then we just chilled.
That's what a vacation's supposed to be.
Yeah, chilled on the beach until we got hungry, and they were like, "Hey, like Maddox, you get to choose a restaurant today. Okay, cool. We'll go have dinner. Then Everett, you get to choose tomorrow. Cool. We'll go have dinner." Just fucking chilled.
Yeah, that's what vacation's supposed to be.
Yeah, it was nice. Twizzle stick to the woods. What do we got? We got a couple minutes left. What about it, Chad? Anybody else see any weird things that I need to look up? I got the old UFOs over Indiana. I'm curious as to how everyone feels about the whole diving into triangles now that Bridgewater's out. I started researching on Bennington, which a lot of these are very like true crimey aspects. So I was curious how everybody felt about that. Like Bennington, there's a ton of missing people, and they come with that.
It's interesting.
Someone left a DeLorean on a beach and it got flooded. I didn't see that.
That sucks.
I don't know, Twiz. Somebody in the chat said, "Has anybody seen all the UFOs over Indiana?" And me being in Illinois, I didn't see any UFOs over Indiana.
I don't know if it's fucking true or not, but I had a bunch of people send me videos of what appears to be a UFO shooting out a bunch of missiles.
Good.
Of course, people are saying it was the Iron Dome, or it was this, or it was that. Some people were saying it was the TR-3B, the Black Triangle craft. But it's pretty interesting video, nevertheless. And as usual, I say I hope that it's real. I hope that it is a UFO shooting down missiles.
Yeah, I'd almost rather have it be alien technology than be some shadowed government technology.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did watch through that, JJ. That is good. You guys should watch it. It's crazy because I released the Lizard Man episode, right?
Oh, dude, I watched it.
And then it immediately, like 2 days later, they come out and they do their Lizard Man stuff. Those are well put together.
I
The
didn't
whole
like that
series-
one.
The Lizard Man one? Did you watch
Yeah.
any of the other ones?
No.
Oh yeah, there's some.
I might have started watching the second one,
I can't
maybe.
remember what the other ones were.
But the Lizard Man one, or the Lizard one, I don't know. I guess I was kind of confused on the purpose of the show because it made it sound like, dang, we're gonna get into the paranormal.
Yeah.
And then the first one, it just made me feel like they was talking shit the whole time. And so I'm like, so what are we doing? Are we disproving him being hanging out with lizard people, or are we proving or leaning towards that he was? What are we doing here? I'm not picking up what you're putting down. I'm confused.
I was more so just stoked that they mentioned the Lizard Man. I'm like, that was odd timing. I think they did one on Granger Taylor too. And it kind of went the same direction. Like, tried to paint a light that it was more just like disinformation that he just disappeared into the cosmos on a UFO. But like the cool thing is like they interview his family, like his brother and his best friend and shit. And like they are adamant that the pieces of the truck that they found on the side of that hill, if you haven't listened, we did an episode on it probably 2 years ago. But the pieces of truck that they found on that hill were not Granger's truck. The human remains that they found could not be 100% identified as Granger's. And all of the evidence they found linking that truck to Granger's truck is all circumstantial. Like they found a rim wedged 60 feet up in a tree. Well, because they think essentially that he took his own life in a dynamite explosion, packed his truck full of dynamite,
Wow.
and set himself off. Right? They found a rim in a tree, but it was a mag style rim, and his truck, his best friend's like his truck did not have that on there. When he disappeared, like those were not the rims that were on his truck.
And that makes it even more sus that people are purposely trying to pass it off as his when everybody around him is like, no.
Yep. They said the truck they found there was blue paint fragments, which was the color of Granger's truck, but his friend's like, no. He's like, Granger painted it Pepto-Bismol pink like 8 months before he disappeared. The VIN number they recovered and the license plate the VIN number they recovered was only partial. It was a partial match, not a full match. And there was something weird with the license plate too, that the license plate that they found that they recovered was also not correct. But they still pushed it that was Granger's truck. It's fucking crazy.
It is weird. It's hard to. I'm trying to think of a reasonable explanation, but none of it makes sense.
Unless he was too far in. I mean, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Their stories do not make sense.
Because that would, I mean, it would almost suggest that his vehicle was just completely gone.
Yeah. Like it was.
You know, because even if the government was involved, you would think they would take him, not his vehicle, because it would make way more sense to try to blow up his vehicle.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
it's the best evidence would be his.
yeah,
Instead, they're trying to make do with anything they can find.
yeah, that's really weird. I don't know. I don't know.
We're glad everybody's kind of coming over and checking it out on YouTube. Kyle's been doing the fucking work putting those videos together.
I'm trying.
They're looking money. We look primo.
I'm trying. I'm not an expert by any means, but I tried.
I think it's fucking mint. Man, we just gotta crack that algorithm one time, baby.
Jeez. Talk about impossible.
Yeah, we are not wise when it comes to that. Oh, but it is about that time again, All Occult. Thanks for everybody hanging out with us. Went a little off grid tonight, but I'm here for it.
It was a little all over.
It's fine. It's fine. We had a bunch of people in here too. It was over 70 when I looked, which is not common. But we appreciate you all. Thanks for hanging out with us. Definitely check out our regular shows on Mondays when they drop on your podcast platforms. What do we got? Listener episodes on Thursdays. The audio for these drop every other Wednesday. We're not filming. So yeah, come hang out with us. Make it over to the YouTube channel where you can see our wonderful faces through all of our shows.
And some of the real life reactions.
Real life shenanigans that go on when me and Kyle hang out.
Yeah.
Recordings like 3 hours worth of recording and 3 hours worth of therapy.
Pretty much.
But yes, thanks for everybody kicking it. Anybody in the line of these storms, try to be safe. Do what you can to keep yourself alive. And I mean, they're nothing to fuck with. So until we meet again, thanks everybody for kicking it. Thanks for chilling. Stay safe, stay weird, and stay the fuck out of the way of those government generated hurricanes.